Evening and welcome to Newswatch on this Thursday, the 21st of August 2025. You're just in time for news updates on Hope TV, the station where you look and live. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Let us take a look at the day's events, beginning with the one that took the day as drama ensued at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport as Democracy for the Citizens Party DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua returned to the country after a 6-week tour of the United States. Chaotic scenes were witnessed when Gachagua's supporters, who turned up in large numbers, forced their way to bring him out of the terminal. Leaders allied to the former deputy president have said that there was a plot to arrest Gachagua upon arrival, a move they claim was foiled by the massive turnout of his supporters at the airport. Meanwhile, Gachagua has thanked his supporters in a social media message expressing his happiness to being back home. Despite expectations, his convoy did not proceed to Kamukunji grounds. Instead, his allies, led by Nyandarua Senator John Methu, addressed supporters, accusing the government of fueling violence after clashes erupted along Mombasa Road during Gachagua's return. Now, political allies of President William Ruto from the North Rift region have strongly condemned remarks made by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, accusing him of spreading tribal hatred and incitement. Speaking ahead of Gachagua's return from his U.S. tour, the leaders, led by former West Pokot Governor Professor John Lonyangapo, Sigor Member of Parliament Peter Lochakapong, and Kapenguria Member of Parliament Samuel Moroto, warned that such utterances could plunge the country into chaos and ethnic divisions. The leaders also called for firm action against any individuals inciting division among Kenyans, warning that rising political temperatures could destabilize the nation.
Wakati wali-impeach Gachagua, tabia yake ndio ilifanya akawa impeached. Mmesikia governors wale wamekuwa impeached wakienda extend ya kutapika na kulia na kutusi watu kama huyu mtu. Juzi governor ya Meru alikuwa impeached, na ijapokuwa alijaribu kudefend Anema akashindwa, lakini kwa hii heshima ya nchi ya Kenya akaenda kuanza mpango yake mwingine, kufuata sheria. Sasa wao wanaendelea vizuri. Hatujaona yake akichochea watu na kumwakia watu sumu waweze kupigana. Haya, Wambora pia alifanyiwa impeachment wakati fulani. Karibu mara 5, 7, in fact 9 lives. Wanasema 9 lives kama ya paka. Wambora anakuwa impeached hata kutini. Hukuona kwa ulimi yake akinena akiambia watu chukua panga, chukua kisu, chukua rungu, konga wale wengine. La. So many others went through that process. Huyu mbuleto Gachagua ni special size kani to the extent yu ulimi yake akifungua tu mdomo hivi. Sasa naona ameanza jimbo mpaka ameruka kutoka Kenya, amerukia Amerika. Ya kwenda kukonganisha watu, naita Wakikuyu watu yangu. Wakikuyu ni watu wa Mungu, si ya mtu. Wakikuyu ni watu ya president ya Kenya. Na ichalishi huyo president nani pora amechakuliwa. Kwa hivyo ni watu yake. Wewe umetolewa, umekuwa disarmed, wewe uko nje. Sasa unakuja kuchochea kwa kabla yako hivi.
Moving on, few days after President William Ruto accused members of the National Assembly of being corrupt, the leader of minority in the National Assembly, Junet Mohammed, has challenged President Ruto to provide evidence to support claims that some legislators are corrupt. Speaking during the third edition of the National Assembly Leadership Retreat in Mombasa, Junet, flanked by other legislators, called on the president to substantiate the allegations instead of making blanket accusations. Meanwhile, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula urged committee chairpersons to uphold integrity and accountability in carrying out their oversight responsibilities.
We had the thrust to take off. We are now at cruise altitude or cruise mode, and we must maintain the momentum as the destination is fast approaching in 2027. And it's for these reasons, Honorable Speaker, why we are here today as leaders to renew our synergy as we work together to deliver for the people of Kenya.
The person who is bringing the allegations must come with a proof. The burden of proof belongs to the person who is coming up with allegations. He who alleges must come with proof. That's all.
And without integrity, even the best executed roles are without impact. And without integrity, leadership means nothing. It fails. Honorable members, the question of integrity is therefore not a choice of what is convenient, but a choice of what is right. As leaders, we must lead from the front by upholding integrity in our different roles, and in this regard, in executing your roles as chairpersons of committees.
Now to Japan, President Ruto has witnessed the signing of various development cooperation documents at the ongoing TICAD meeting in Yokohama City. They include the statement of intent on the Samurai Bond, a financial instrument issued by foreign entities in the Japanese capital markets, signed between Kenya's National Treasury and Nippon Export and Investment Insurance of Japan. Kenya also signed a letter of intent and concept note to accelerate access to Cefidorol, a crucial antibiotic approved for effective treatment of bacterial pneumonia in the country. Also signed is a memorandum of cooperation on human resource development between the Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institution and the Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry. Machakos Governor Wavinya Ndeti has announced urgent plans to recruit 500 new nurses in a bid to stabilize healthcare services across the county as a strike by health workers continues to paralyze operations. Speaking during a press briefing, Governor Ndeti said the county is currently deploying temporary locum nurses to ensure that essential services remain available in public health facilities while the recruitment process is expedited. Governor Ndeti also
this is politically motivated, because I've told you, look at the history of what I've been able to do as the governor of Machakos. When I first came in, I promoted over 422 of the healthcare workers. This is politics, and I just want to tell I just want to tell those who are trying to interfere with the health of the people of Machakos, it's not Wavinya that you're hurting. You're hurting the people of Machakos whom you purport to lead. If you love your people, you cannot interfere on such matters or bring politics. And we know what is happening, and we know the people. The politicians are interfering with the unions at the expense of the nurses. The union officials. Yeah? It is the union officials who are dining with the politicians on the expenses of the nurses.
Well, on that note, let's take a short break. On Newswatch tonight, we have more coming up, including the now escalating Russia-Ukraine war. Stay with us.
Get ready, family! From the 26th to the 30th of August 2025, something powerful is happening at Seaton Valley Road. It's the Family Discipleship Conference 2025, and everyone's invited. Parents, teens, youth, and even golden ages. This one's for you. Our theme this year is Unmasked, inspired by Galatians 5:25, a bold invitation to walk in step with the Spirit as a family and a generation. Daily from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Come experience deep teaching, vibrant worship, and real conversations that will transform your family life and your walk with God. And we've got a powerhouse speaker lineup just for you. Bishop Callisto Odede, Dr. Shodanke Johnson, Reverend Dr. Emily Obwaka, Bishop Dr. Gibson Anduvate, Ernest Wamboye, Reverend Grace Bukachi, and Reverend Tom Otieno. Whether you're a parent navigating modern challenges, a teen finding your identity, or a youth hungry for truth, this one is for you. Workshops, worship, fun activities, and powerful moments. It's all here. Registration is now open. Secure your spot today by clicking the link below. That is ftc.seaton.org. Registration and the conference is free. Mark your calendar. Bring your crew and let's grow together, unmasked and in step with the Spirit. Seaton Family Discipleship Conference 2025, where generations gather, grow, and go.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
I will build my church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against.
This September, Uhuru Park will thunder with revival.
This place that gave birth to a revival to a continent will once again give birth to a revival to a generation.
5 days of worship, word, and breakthrough. Experience word that awakens destiny and presence that transforms lives. Join a nationwide awakening like no other. Come as you are, seeking, believing, expectant. Rema Feast 2025.
And so here it begins again from the 1st to the 5th of September 2025.
Entry is free.
Welcome back. We start across our borders where Russia has launched one of its heaviest bombardments in weeks, firing 574 drones and 40 missiles across Ukraine overnight, according to Ukrainian officials. The country's Air Force says it intercepted 577 of the projectiles. One person was killed in Lviv and 15 others injured in Transcarpathia as the strikes targeted both eastern and western regions. The escalation comes amidst and despite renewed diplomatic efforts led by U.S. President Donald Trump to end the war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed readiness to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin in neutral countries like Switzerland, Austria, or even Istanbul. Trump, who recently met both leaders, has proposed direct talks between Ukraine and Russia, saying he may step back unless his presence is needed. Back into the country, CAMP, which is KAMP, the Collective Management Organization for Producers and Copyright Holders, has announced an interim royalty distribution of 4.9 million shillings from collections made in May and June 2025. Speaking during a special general meeting in Nairobi, the CAMP board, led by Chairperson Angela Ndambuki, said the organization had achieved a 70-30 milestone efficiency ratio, meaning most funds go directly to right holders. The current payout covers general and catalog-based royalties for sound recordings. Scientific and audiovisual distributions are expected later this year.
Ile miaka ambayo mmehangaika na hawa majamaa, sasa majamaa wamekuja hapo Talanta, wanaripoti hapo Talanta. Na hapo Talanta 60th floor mimi ndo niko hapo. Na nimewaambia tutapambana na wao. Hiyo ya ofisi tutamaliza na wao. Nyinyi kampu sasa mfanye kazi yenu. Maneno ya license mimi tayari kazi nimeona. Ni sawa sawa? And I hope you know that the PS is a mandatory body member in all the boards within the agencies. So pia mimi ni member wa hiyo board yao.
We have made an allocation of 70% towards royalties, which will be distributed today at a figure of 4.9 million, or 4,974,283.22, and 30% towards administration at 2,131,835.67. The 2 months collections plus receivables demonstrate the efficacy levels at CAMP, which will also be seen from our audited accounts for the years 2024, where the audited, which we have already gone through, also reflect invoiced amounts which are receivable that CAMP will pursue for collections as indicated below. And now that we have a license, we request the government to facilitate enforcement on these amounts. As you can see from the graph,
now in business, Safaricom has unveiled Be Live, which is a bold new campaign designed to redefine how Kenyans experience the internet. The new bundle is an industry first, offering customers access to the internet based on time, not megabytes. This innovation marks a bold shift from traditional data bundles, giving Kenyans the freedom to stream their favorite music, create content, catch up on classes, connect with friends, or hustle for opportunities without the constant worry of running out of data. Designed with everyday realities in mind, Be Live is tailored to meet the needs of Kenya's mobile-first population, from young creators and students to entrepreneurs and professionals on the go.
Our customers have told us a couple of things. Number one, they are customers who are new to the world of the internet. And when they want to, let's say, go on Facebook, they don't know which is the right bundle they should buy, because they don't understand how long 100 MBs will last, because they are not savvy users. So we sat and said, how can we create a product that is easy to understand, easy to communicate, and easy for the customer to use? And that's where this product came to be. It's a transformational way in which we are bringing to life how customers can consume mobile data, but not just consume mobile data, how they can be able to meet the needs they have. I have a movie. It's 1 hour, 20 minutes. I don't want to start guessing how many MBs I need. I want a plan that will last 1 hour, 20 minutes. So that's where we've come. For the specific use case, we want to sell memories. We want to sell moments, special moments. We want to support your specific occasions. I want to watch a movie. I'm shooting a video for an hour. I'm studying for an hour. Be Live has come up to meet that need. So what is Be Live? Be Live is a time-based proposition that allows customers the freedom to select a plan, but that they can determine based on the time they want to do something.
President William Ruto has called on African countries to trade more amongst themselves,
Japan Vocational Training Center and United Nations Industrial
against extreme poverty. The president regretted that African countries continue to trade more with the outside world, saying there was need to reverse the trend. He said intra-African trade stands at a low of 15% of the continent's total trade, compared to 60% in Europe and Asia. President Ruto, however, noted that Africa is taking steps to improve trade within itself, especially with the coming into force of the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Intra-Africa trade accounts for only 15% of total continental trade. By all credible estimates, under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, intra-African trade can surge by up to 50% in just 10 years. This would generate immense wealth, create millions of decent jobs, expand opportunities for MSMEs, and open new markets for African goods and services. I have also been a strong proponent of reform of the international financial architecture. The current global credit rating system often overlooks Africa's unique economic realities, unfairly penalizing our countries during periods of global distress. This must change. Progressive reforms are essential to unlock affordable, predictable, and sustainable financing for development. I therefore support the proposal to establish an African credit rating agency, complemented by reforms in global credit rating systems to address structural inequalities.
And Kenya and Germany have reaffirmed their commitment to deepening their cooperation in supporting the local automotive industry to spur skills development, adoption of modern assembly technologies, and promotion of green mobility solutions. This was revealed by Germany Deputy Ambassador to Kenya and Trade Councillor Alexander Farley during his visit to the Kenya Vehicle Manufacturers KVM premises in Thika. And in sports, CAF has approved an 80% stadium capacity for the upcoming African Nations Championship CHAN quarter-final match between Kenya and Madagascar, set for tomorrow Friday at the Kasarani Stadium. This adjustment means that up to 38,000 fans will be allowed into the stadium, which is a significant increase from the 27,000 spectators who attended Kenya's group stage clash against Zambia last Sunday. However, CAF has urged organizers and local authorities to implement stricter entry and crowd management procedures to avoid any recurrence of the issues that prompted the initial restrictions.
This afternoon, we just came here to Kasarani. As you know, we have a big game on Friday. Harambee Stars is playing Madagascar on Friday, and therefore I want to take this opportunity to thank Kenyans the way we have rallied together Harambee Stars, and also to congratulate our team, because since the beginning of the tournament our team has been playing very well, and we have been the top of the Group A, and this is really very good for Kenya. The tournament has gone seamless, and I want to confirm that the game we had here on Sunday between Kenya and Zambia, we have received a very good report from CAF. There were no incidents. We had a good game. The security, both entry and exit, was very good. We didn't have any incident that can attract any sanctions from CAF. And therefore we want to thank our security team and all stakeholders who played a key role in ensuring that we have a seamless game last Sunday. And as we now move to Friday, where we have a big game in the quarterfinals, we want to keep on hold. We want to keep the pace in terms of making sure that we have secure gates, entry and exit, and also to ensure that we have even much more lighting. So this afternoon we just took a visit to some of the gates just to see everything is okay, and I want to confirm that everything is fine. So we want to assure Kenyans that on Friday we are prepared to handle the big game, and we also want to thank them for coming out to the stadium. Of course, on Sunday we had 60% allowable in the Kasarani Stadium, and even now we have not received any news from CAF on increasing the numbers, even though FKF, because of the good game we had on Sunday, they have appealed for more numbers, and I think as we go forward we will be hearing from CAF if they have allowed more numbers. But the most important thing is that as Kenyans, let us continue to support our team. We have increased the fan zones, which also worked very well on Sunday. Right now we have increased the numbers. We had around 8 fan zones on Sunday. Now we will have 13, across the city and many other areas.
And we do wish our team, Harambee Stars, the best tomorrow as they do play that game. We will be bringing you the news tomorrow night with the results. And it's a wrap on Newswatch tonight. Thank you for watching. On behalf of the whole team, I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. God willing, see you tomorrow night, even as we take a look at today's conundrum. Have a good night.